So hi everybody, and thank you for watching these videos. My name is Ellen and I'm here to tell you some tips and hints about how to bring mindfulness into your race preparation and for race day for DCT as well. So this is the second video, and in this video I wanted to talk to you about a little bit about the science behind mindfulness. I'm a biochemist by qualification, so I really love this scientific part and I hope you find it interesting. What the scientists have found, and as they've studied mindfulness, and currently there are over 3,000 research articles on mindfulness at the moment. So it's one of the most scientifically tested forms of meditation that there are out there. So it gives us a lot of proof and a lot of evidence, and it gives me a lot of permission to believe in it and to explore it more, or so I needed when I was first investigating mindfulness. And what they have found, they found numerous things, but they found that it's been shown to help people to push beyond their endurance levels. It helps people to really, really dig deep and to go beyond what they think they are capable of. So that's one thing that's really beneficial, obviously, for you guys as you come up to your triathlon in a couple of weeks. But also what they've shown is a thing called neuroplasticity. And I find this personally really fascinating. So they found many years ago, they thought that the brain was fixed. They thought it was, you were born a particular way, you had a set of thoughts, and that's just the way that you were. And a lot of psychologists would have backed that belief up. But over the course of the last number of years, they found that the brain is actually plastic. It remolds itself, depending on your thoughts, your feelings, and your behaviors. And they found that mindfulness, over the course of 8 weeks of practicing mindfulness, your brain actually changes shape. So what will this neuroplasticity do for you, and how can you use that for better performance in DCT and in triathlon? So if you think for a moment, when you have a belief, it's like a daisy chain of neurons in your brain, and every time that you have this belief, you fire off that same daisy chain of neurons in your brain, and you have, from that belief, then you have behaviors and actions that come from that. So for example, it could be that I'm no good at, or that I'm not a very good runner, or I hate the bike, or I always have a panic attack in the swim, or whatever it is that's a limiting belief for you. Every time that you have that thought, every time you verbally express that thought, or every time you mentally run that thought, you're backing it up, you're cementing it in. So what they have found with neuroplasticity is what they would have thought many years ago is that that's just your belief and you can't change it. But what they found now, because the brain is plastic, that you can create a new daisy chain, a new neural pathway. And this is really exciting. So it means that you can change your beliefs, especially your limiting beliefs, because you don't want to change your positive beliefs, of course. So I want you to stop for a minute and to just close your eyes and to think about something that you believe about yourself in regards to triathlon that is negative, that is limiting you in some way. And then I want you to think about how that makes you feel. Does it increase your energy levels? Does it decrease your energy levels? How does it feel in your body? Does it lead to other thoughts and beliefs? Does it cause you to stop in your race or slow down? What's the consequences of that belief for you? How does it make you feel? Just observe it for a minute or two. So what's happening there in the brain is that every time you think that neural pathway is being fired off, the daisy chain is happening, and you're cementing in that belief. And you're backing that up every time that you have that thought or you talk about it. And then think about how much energy you're giving that, or how many times are you giving attention to that thought on a daily basis? Is it daily basis? Is it weekly? Is it moment to moment? How often is that belief there? So that could just give you a little bit of feedback about what's going on for you. So the neuroscientists now would say you can create a different belief. So open your eyes, and I want you to think now about somebody that you admire. Perhaps it's somebody like Brian Keane or Aileen Reid, or somebody maybe in triathlon, maybe in the sports world, or maybe somebody in your club that you admire. And somebody who's got something that you would like. And ask yourself, what do they believe in themselves that allows them to achieve that? Maybe they just believe that I can dig deep, or maybe they believe that, okay, I know my limitations, but I'm very capable. Or maybe they're just so confident in themselves that they fully believe in themselves. What do you think their belief is that they're running? What's their daisy chain that they're running that allows them to believe that statement? And neuroplasticity in the science would say you can begin to believe that statement too. How do you do that? Write that belief down on a piece of paper, and then you recite it every single day for 21 days, because it takes 21 days to reprogram the neural pathways in your brain. At first, as you say that statement of I'm a confident swimmer, or I'm a good runner, or I'm a capable swimmer, or I'm able for this, I'm capable of this, then that daisy chain gets fired and it gets cemented in. But when you first start saying it, it's going to feel uncomfortable. You're creating a new daisy chain. Of course, it's going to feel uncomfortable, but over time and with repetition, you're going to believe it more and more. What will happen is that over 3 weeks, and hopefully then by the time DCT comes around, you're actually really believing that statement for your race, and it will help you to achieve what you want to achieve in the day. Be mindful of that belief. So how does mindfulness help us in this instance with these beliefs? Well, mindfulness, as I said in the first video, is about coming to notice your thoughts. It's about the practice of coming to the present moment. It's coming to learn to observe what you're thinking. Well, the formal practice of mindfulness will over time help you to notice what you're thinking. So it'll help you to notice when you're running that thought, when you're actually having that belief, and you'll be able to catch yourself, kind of cancel that belief and run this new affirmation or this new belief as a mantra, whichever way that you want to use it. But then also be mindful. Be mindful that if your belief is that I'm a capable swimmer and I'm okay, I'm safe in the water, if somebody asks you, are you going for a swim, and you go, oh, I can't stand swimming, just be mindful that you're kind of giving off a mixed signal as such. So let that belief come through in your thoughts, your deeds, your actions and your words, and soon you've got a new neural pathway. So this week in the formal practice, I'm going to be talking a little bit more about that, a little bit more about reprogramming your brain and how you can bring that into your mindfulness practice. And for your informal practice, I said to you last week about noticing your surroundings. There's a lovely acronym that you can use for this, and many of my clients use it, and they put it on a little post-it note. And they just put the words PNB on them, and they put them on their steering wheel, or they put them on their computer at work, or they put it on their phone, somewhere discreet, somewhere that they're going to see quite a lot. And the words are pause, notice, breathe. So whatever you're doing, stop, put everything down, notice. What do I see around me? What are the shapes, the colors, the textures? What are the people? And then breathe. Notice, where am I breathing? How am I breathing? Breath is really important in mindfulness and in your everyday life as well, because it directly links to your stress levels. But I'm going to be talking more about your breath in a later video. And the other good thing I meant to say about this is the neuroscience has also shown that the less that you use your self-limiting beliefs, it's a bit like a muscle. You know, when you exercise a muscle, it gets stronger. It's the same way when you exercise those negative beliefs, they get stronger. Same way as well, if you don't exercise a negative belief, what happens to a muscle you don't exercise? It becomes weaker and it wastes away. So pretty good news for all of us who could do with thinking more positively about ourselves and having more confidence in our race. So thank you for looking at this video. I hope you find it beneficial, and I'll see you for the next one.